Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So we'll discuss the chapter 5, Rural Local Government from Civics. So this is the chapter which we were discussing in our previous class. We talked about composition of the Panchayat Samiti, right? I explained that who all are the member of Panchayat Samiti and what is the working period of the Panchayat Samiti, how the members are elected, and all those things we discussed in our previous class, right? So here we will discuss about the functions of the Panchayat Samiti. Okay, so when we talk about the functions of Panchayat Samiti, sorry, functions of Panchayat Samiti. So this is the topic which we are going to discuss. So first function when we talk is the supervise the working of Gram Sabha. Okay. So supervise the working of Gram Panchayat in block. That is the first function of the Gram Samiti. It will supervise what Gram Panchayat is actually doing, what kind of work they are doing. Okay, all those things will be supervised by the Gram Panchayat Samiti. Second, when we talk is it makes the plan for the development of whole block. Okay, makes plan for development for whole block. Okay, this is also function of the Panchayat Samiti. Then there are different there is team of experts. So there are experts from different fields. Okay, so they basically give the advice suggestion to the people on different things. Okay, they actually guide the villagers for different things, like for agriculture also there are experts who will give them suggestion for the agriculture, who will guide them for the agriculture, what more modern things they can use. So like that, there are different experts, there is team of experts who actually guide the villagers for different things. Okay, so that also happens from Panchayat Samiti. That is also the responsibility of Panchayat Samiti. Okay, now arrangement of fund. Funds. So Panchayat Samiti also arrange for the funds. They do arrangement of the funds from the government. Okay, so this is basically the function of the Panchayat Samiti. Okay, now we'll go ahead with the Jila Parishad. Wherever I keep it. Then we have Jila Parishad. So we discussed earlier that Jila Parishad is the highest governing body on the district level. Okay, it is the highest governing body on the district level. Highest governing body on the district level. Okay, now when we talk about the composition, when we talk about the composition, so the members of Jila Parishad are directly elected. Okay, They are directly elected. Now here also you will find the ex officio of the members are elected. There are elected members. Then ex officio, you will find the ex officio. So in ex officio you will have all the pramukhs, right? If we see on the in the panchayat samiti, you have all the sarpanch, right? But here you will have all the pramukhs as ex officio. Okay, pramukhs will be there, MLAs will be there, MPs will be there. So members of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha both will be there. Okay, member of Rajya Sabha as well as member of Lok Sabha, both will be there in the ex officio in Jila Parishad. Okay, now if you see, we have a president, and a vice president, and this president and vice president will be elected from themselves. Okay, from the elected members only, this president and vice president will be elected. Okay, now the presiding officer will be the president. The president will be the presiding officer. Okay, that means he will take care of all the meetings and all. Fine. Now DM. DM is the chief executive body. Chief executive body of Jila Parishad. DM is the highest executive body. That means the person who is going to administrate, who is going to execute whatever plans are doing, who is going to supervise everything. So that person will be the DM, district magistrate. Okay. So when we talk about the composition, we have the elected members for the Jila Parishad, the members who will be elected. Then you will have some ex officio members. So in ex officio members, you will have the pramukhs, the MLAs, the MPs. So in MPs, you will have the member of Rajya Sabha also, member of Lok Sabha also. Both will be there. Okay. Then you will have president and vice president. So this president and vice president will be elected from themselves. Okay, among the members only. Now DM is there. So DM is actually the chief executive body. Chief executive officer. He is the chief executive officer and he is going to supervise each and every function which is going to happen in the district. Okay, who is actually going to execute. Right, like when we talk about the system on the central level, what happens? The laws are made in the parliament, right? In parliament, discussion will happen, the laws will be made, right? But who is going to basically execute that? So the highest executive member which we have is the prime minister. Prime minister will take the responsibility, right, to execute that. It is his responsibility. The same way, every planning, everything will be going on, but there will be someone, no, the executive officer who is going to take care of everything, who is going to execute, who is going to administrate. So that officer on district level is DM. So DM is actually going to execute or administrate everything. Okay. Now, what are the functions of Jila Parishad? So, we will discuss the functions of Jila Parishad. So, when we talk about functions of Jila Parishad, it is it supervises the working of Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, and whatever development plans are going on, that all will be supervised by Jila Parishad. Okay. Then whatever development plans at district level. So whatever development plan will be there on the district level, that will be also supervised by Jila Parishad. Okay. Now in supervision, we already discussed that it will supervise all the functions of Gram Panchayat and Gram Samiti, all the development plans which will be there for 5 years. So that all will be supervised by the Jila Parishad. Then you have, it regulates money distribution. It regulates money distribution among all the Gram Panchayat with the help of Gram Samiti. So as you know, the Gram Panchayat needs money, no? Like we discussed in the story of Hardas. So in story of Hardas, actually what happened, they were working on the water management system. So for water management system, they need money. They need to make big reservoirs. They need to construct some wells, tube wells. So for that, they need money. So how they will get money? They will get money from Jila Parishad through Panchayat Samiti. Okay. It will regulate money distribution in the Gram Panchayat through Panchayat Samiti. Okay. So basically it will give to Panchayat Samiti and they will again distribute in the Panchayat, Gram Panchayat. Okay. As per the requirement, which Gram Panchayat is having what requirement, according to that it will be given. Okay. Now it also advises state government on the working of It also advises the state government on the working of Panchayat Raj system. Okay. So basically what are the functions of Jila Parishad? It supervises the work of Panchayat Samiti and Gram Panchayat. Whatever development plans, whatever work will be there in the 5 years, it will observe everything. It will supervise everything. Whatever development plans will be there on the district level, that will be also done by the Jila Parishad. It also regulates money to the Gram Panchayat through Gram Samiti. Okay. Now, it also advises the state government in the working of the Gram Panchayati Raj system. Okay. So, these are all the function of Jila Parishad. So, any question, anyone? We have already completed the chapter. So, anyone is having any question regarding any topic? I can re-explain if you have any question. Anyone related to any of the topic, whatever we did in the chapter. Otherwise, we will start new chapter because we have completed this chapter. Question answer you need to do. If you find any question related to any confusion related to any question, you may ask. But now you need to tell me if you have any question. Yes, Natik Raj? Is there any question you are having? You can ask it in chat. Please write your question in chat if you have any question. Natik, is there any question? Okay, no questions. So no one is having any question, right? Whatever we did in the chapter, everyone understood. Everyone understood Jila Parishad, Panchayat Samiti, Gram Panchayat. In Gram Panchayat, we have discussed Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, Nyay Panchayat. So everything, everyone understood, right? Okay. Asta Rani is asking, I have not understood the function of Jila Parishad. It advises the state government on the working of Panchayati Raj system. So I explained one thing in my previous video that what happens, we have the guidelines for for Panchayati Raj system in our constitution, but still the state has their own right to make rules and regulations for the Panchayat Raj Samiti, right? Panchayati Raj system, right? The state, every state is free to make their rules regulation for Panchayati Raj system. So how will they make the rules for the Panchayati Raj system? How elections will be done? How what will be rules? How it will work? Guidelines are given in the constitution, but no rule has been made. That depends on the state government, how they will run their Panchayati Raj system. So here the Jila Parishad actually give suggestion to the state government that what is the requirement of the Gram Panchayat, what is the requirement of the Panchayati Raj system. So on their advice, the state government make laws. Understood, Asta Rani? Or you need more explanation? Is this clear? Okay. Any other question, anyone? If there is any confusion, any question, we can clear it out. Okay, fine then. I will end the Zoom session here only if you don't have any question, and I will continue it on WhatsApp. Okay. For 10 minutes, we can do question answer session. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone.